I've got a debuff that caused me to be 100% disabled IRL. So, I decided to share it with my Oblivion character to see how he would do on his journey. Here we go again. Our hero woke up early and decided to take a stroll towards the main gate before continuing his journey. The morning was going pretty swell until...
Aren't you an ugly one?
Shut the fuck up, what the? And if you think she was done with her peace of mind, you're mistaken. I'm very glad for that. How Going out of the Imperial City was no other than pain-filled with unneeded staircases, once again. When we got out, the hero started making his way to Wayne Priory, said hi to his homeboy at the stables, and ventured through the Imperial Bridge. After which, he wanted to take a rest in the well-known Walnut Inn. The inn unfortunately wasn't very accessible for our hero, but he did his best to get in. Oh no, you guys aren't accessible for my kind, for my kin. And maybe the accessibility didn't make his day, but the goated NPC conversating did their deed.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Good day.
He got an apple to start the day and got yelled at by the nice innkeeper to pick up her wine. Goodbye.
Keep looking for that wine. Farewell.
No, fuck off. Through the roads and the hills he ventured, merely stopped by Oblivion being Oblivion and crashing midstream. I think our Oblivion just crashed. But continuing the journey, our dearest hero encountered one of the most steepest roads in the game. Jesus Christ, this is steep. Who made this? Look at this fucking... Look at this angle. Midway, he met a wolf who pounced on him, but he was no trouble for Björk. Actual dick. And almost our hero got attacked by a rat. Almost. Taking the rat down, he came upon a fort to which he could have cleared, but got demotivated after... Oh, this is probably a dungeon. And there are stairs here, that's a sign. I shouldn't go in. And maybe he didn't clear the enemies below the fort, but the staircase had an accessible ramp which allowed our hero to raid the fort of its loot. Going down and exiting the fort, he met a roadman, which couldn't steal anything since our hero spent all his money at the hotel last episode.
That's fine. This one will kill you for free.
The fuck? The path soon led him to Wayne Priory, where things weren't looking so good. Oh shit, Jauffre's on the second floor.
Yes? Can I help you?
Please call Jauffre, I can't get up there. These exactly were the stairs our hero could not climb alone. However, an idea arose. Taking his rough leather shield, he put it on the stairs to create a flat surfaced ramp on which he could walk on. Cleverly getting up the stairs, he met Jauffre and told him all about the Emperor's death and the amulet we carried. To which Jauffre replied,
Who are you? How did you get this?
I'm just a Björk.
What do you know of the Emperor's death?
Jauffre also told us that we should get to Kvatch because the only son of Emperor Uriel lies in hiding there. However, he says that the son will most likely not know that he is the Emperor's son, since he was raised in hiding away from the Imperial City. He is the only one who can lit the dragonfires again though, and stop this oblivious cult demon madness. So we head to Kvatch, but before we did, our hero and I wanted to explore Chorrol and assess the city's accessibility. However, our hero was stunned when he saw... Again, this works. What the fuck is this? Apparently, from my perspective, it would seem that Bethesda took the horse model and created stomping dogs from it. Why are they stomping? Regarding the accessibility, Chorrol in my book receives a 9 out of 10. all the buildings but the church, the mages, and the fighters guild hall are completely accessible without climbing anything. Well done, Chorrol, and suck my imperial city. Also, I don't know why, but Chorrol has such a nice but weird vibe, as if we were already in, spoiler alert, the realm of madness.
Hi there.
Greetings, fellow Outman.
Good evening.
Anyways, he was able to step inside the Fighters Guild without climbing stairs, so he joined up. Hey.
Can I help you, brother?
And then ventured forth to Kvatch from the Vonet Inn, to which we could teleport because we had actually been there.
Yo, babe, what's good?
Bridges, valleys, and hills he has conquered on the way. Fought wolves, and beat evil sorcerers.
What you got? Oh, damn. Whoa, that was slick.
Also, he met the nicest guard ever.
You're a big fat liar.
Seeing an imp a bit later, he remembered that where there are imps, there's usually good loot. He found himself inside the cave soon enough, but the cave was quite empty apart from this dancing root. As he journeyed away from the cave, he saw a well from which he drew the well's powers to grant himself additional magicka, which he didn't use in a second here because he was panicking while saving a young lady on her morning stroll.
Okay, bye. What the fuck?
However, on our way to Kvatch, we'd have to go through the city of Skingrad. But before our hero was able to visit the city and have a rest, a bandit approached.
Pay up, or else.
What the fuck? I just fucking stunned you.
That's fine.
Getting rid of the bandit, we entered Skingrad, and of course we were approached by one of the most recognizable faces in the game, the paranoid wood elf madman, Glarthir.
Over here! Yes, you. We can't talk here.
Who we have to meet at midnight behind the chapel. Before we did that though, our hero of course had to assess the city regarding you know what, and Skingrad gets a 9 out of 10. Only one building is inaccessible, and that is 1 out of 2 hotels, and of course the church always being inaccessible. Anyways, we sell the stuff from our journey to Gunder the merchant and are off to the Mages Guild to get applied so that we may sleep later in their bed, which is actually very accessible to us.
You're interested in joining?
But business first. We are off to meet Glarthir. Being on our way, the guards guess that we may be on our way to involve ourselves with the paranoid wood elf and start disliking us.
It's you. Hi.
The fuck? Why are you so mad?
Finally, we meet Glarthir behind the chapel and he proposes a deal for us.
Ah, you came.
We would have to spy on people for him, since he reckons that he is being watched by them. In return, he would generously pay us. Firstly, however, it's time to sleep. We totally don't trick Druha into getting up and taking her bed, and we take a chill pill. In the early morning, we walk to the house of our first victim to be spied on, Miss Bernadette, who lives across Glarthir, and we are to follow her when she leaves the house. We do exactly that,
What's up, bro?
and catch her in the church, where she tells us that she's only been tending her garden, saying hello and sometimes smiling at Glarthir, cause she finds him good looking. With that info, we go to Glarthir at the same time at the same place, and tell him that he is delusional, to which he gives quite a bit of gold and tells us that we need to spy on
Tutius Sextius.
the next morning, who we then catch in the Skingrad's palace and find out that he is only taking morning walks and thinks that Glarthir is strange because of his paranoia. Taking all of that back to Glarthir once again, he gives us gold and says that he is sure that the last person must be a spy.
He watches my house constantly. You'll see.
Which actually they are, but they don't care about Glarthir. Unfortunately, before we continue Glarthir's quest and head for Kvatch, our hero had to slumber. He woke up Jauffre and bid everyone a farewell until next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to hang out along the journey, feel free to hop in my live stream on YouTube or Twitch every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if that ain't your cup of tea, you can expect a new video every week on Wednesday and Friday. Have a good day, traveler.